Mike O'Mara, radio entertainment.
Nobody talk.
You can listen to the Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's the Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show, enjoying our second decade of the show that's become a daily routine for thousands of you around the country and the world, for that matter. Oak Island, North Carolina, Chambersburg, Pennsylvania, Corona, California, Manitowoc, Wisconsin.
Beautiful.
Conway, New Hampshire, and Kalmar, Sweden.
Hello.
Kalmar, Dagmar, Kalmar.
Uma,
The Mike O'Mara Show
Oprah.
is on now. I have a weird cold. I have the cold that will not die.
Yeah.
It's
I
an
was
old
in,
man's cold. That's what it is.
Is you know what? That's fascinating.
Yeah,
You brought
my
that
dad
up.
has the same type of cold, and he's like, I can't shake this, and it's 3
They
weeks
just
later.
linger.
Could it be air quality? I'm not saying allergies, because I know you always say I blame it on allergies. We got bad
you know
air
what?
quality.
I'll be
up there.
honest with you. I thought about allergies last night when I was sitting there
Allergies.
after getting through the show. And by the way, I love the schedule because I'm peaking. I peak at this time of day. I'm feeling as good as I've felt all day long. It's in the evening
Yes.
when I'm Olympiing that I feel kind of like run down, and then all of a sudden last night it goes into my chest, and then at like 2 o'clock in the morning I leave the marital bed because I don't want to disturb Mrs. O'Mara.
Oh, for the coughing?
And, yeah. Let me adjust my little thing here.
What little thing?
It's just I'm getting more left channel than right.
It's balance.
Yeah.
Are you? And this is a personal question, and I'm sorry for bringing it up so
How
publicly.
dare you?
Have you stopped drinking during this cold?
Yeah, I don't drink a lot when I got. I drank during the cold. I drank during the cold.
well,
I drank.
probably-
I had we had Sunday or Saturday. We had margarita time.
Yeah.
It was
You know what
fun.
would help your
It was
cold is
fun.
probably a snifter of Grand Marnier right before bed.
Well, I took the Dayquil, which works for me. I've
Well,
been
that's
a
sort of like Grand Marnier, isn't it?
I've been a
Orange-flavored?
proponent of the Vicks family of products for quite some time
Lavoris?
now, and I truly love that. It's been my go-to.
Yeah, I remember.
But I didn't get that during this. But it didn't prevent me from letting the creative juices flow.
Ooh.
And it didn't prevent me from coming up with a wonderful idea just for the three of you. And I'm talking about Rob, Oscar, and Pony.
Okay.
And coming up with something that I believe is going to sweep the nation with America's brand new favorite game show. Who the F is it?
Who the F is it?
Who the F is it?
Why does that sound like so? God, hold on a second.
A little overmodulated, but we'll take it.
Where's this music from? I'm liking the music.
It's time for America's new favorite game show, Who the F Is It? Starring Mike O'Mara as your host. With Rob Spiewak.
Hi, friends.
Kiss.
And Oscar Santana.
Hola.
Along with Ponyboy Matt Bloom. Now, since this is the debut episode of Who the F Is It, let me go over the ground rules.
Well,
all
a good host always does, Mike.
The game could not be simpler. Each time we play Who the F Is It, I am going to give you a different famous person.
Ooh.
Okay.
That famous person will have a series of 10 facts attached to their lives. Now, the first thing
love this.
the first thing that I must require is all internet devices
No cheating.
should be put to the side, put away, put in a bag.
I got it.
No one can surf. Pony, are you putting away your devices?
I sure am.
Because that is cheating.
Confidence.
That is cheating, and and it would tap into my very simple way of preparing the game on Who the F Is It. This is very, very exciting. I'm super
love new games.
excited. So here's how it's going to work, ladies and gentlemen. Who the F Is It is the wonderful celebrity game where I simply mention a fact, and you have about, I would say, 5-10 seconds to throw a guess out. And by the way, when it's time, when you really think that you've got the celebrity
Right.
at the top of your lungs, I am talking about the top of your lungs, you simply shout out, "I've got it."
I love this because I got chastised for yelling today.
Yes.
So I'm ready to yell.
I've got it.
I've got it.
So
is there
that's
any
what I want.
penalty? Is there any penalty for a wrong guess?
No, there is
Okay.
no penalty for a wrong guess,
Public shame.
but well, that's the background.
And
music.
only one
I was
guess. Only one guess per clue, right? So if you give
No, absolutely no rules
muddle
like
this
that.
up.
Don't you speewack my game, okay? You're going
what
to
you
make
mean
it more
streamline
complicated.
it and make it more listenable?
No, you're not streamlining it. You're adding. Well, what about 3 guesses?
So you
5
mean
guesses, maybe what we call Bang the Hippo? That's the card game I want to play. No, just quiet mouth. Just quiet. Sit in the back of the car. We're on a long trip. I'm your father, and I'm saying,
Oh my
let's
God.
play the quiet game.
Thank God that's not true.
Let's play the quiet
Bang
game.
the hippo.
So when you hear,
Daddy plays
listen,
with
listen.
mommy.
Excuse me, gentlemen.
Sorry.
Gentlemen, I'm trying to set up the new wonderful game called Who the F Is It?
Hello, stars.
When you hear this sound, it means it's time to move on to the next
This
fact.
is great.
All right?
I
now,
love it.
here's the way the game works. You will be given a series of 10 facts. When it's time to move on to the next fact,
Nice.
that means we're done stewing or ruminating over
right.
that. I will. It is completely subjective on the part of me, your charming host, as to when we move on to the next factoid. If it is an interesting discussion, I will move it along. If I feel that perhaps someone's getting close early in the game, I will hit that sound and you
Feel
will
free to
move
play
on.
along at home.
So there is
Now.
there is an opportunity for collaboration among the panel.
Yes.
Oh, that's great.
Absolutely.
Love it. Okay.
But collaboration with the discussion, but when you say it, I'm talking about at the top of your lungs, you say,
I've got
Rob,
it.
I've got it! That's what I was looking for.
Settled.
See, that's when he brings me pain and then great joy within
Painful.
30
Not
seconds.
sitting
And
next to
then
him.
when you've got it, and here's where it gets fun.
Yes.
When you've got it, that means that we will, each of the other people, including the host, will Venmo you $10 American
Oh my
into your
God.
account.
This is great.
I
Real
love this.
American money, whoever wins, whether
Let's
it's
do it.
Rob, Pony, or
For
Oscar,
each question.
in the event that after the 10 clues
10.
or facts,
10.
after the 10 clues or facts, no one gets it,
10 parakeets.
the game has concluded and no one will win any money.
Oh, okay.
That means
Oh.
I'm not collecting if the 3 of you don't get it,
Okay.
because I'm a generous
Yeah.
sort.
Yes. I
That's
love
the way
that.
it works.
Everyone's
So,
always said that with
and why does it sound so overmodulated? Maybe because I did it incorrectly, but now
No, what device are you playing it from?
I'm playing it from my soundboard.
Then turn your overall computer volume down to about 70%.
No, better. Now you got.
But now you got to pot it up a little bit now.
You've got headroom.
All right, let me try it again. Here we go. All right.
Better.
Better.
Okay.
And
so
we'll
are
remind you
ready
at the
to-
closing of the game to put the volume back.
Correct.
Because that's where he's at. Okay.
Are you ready to play Who the F Is It?
I'm ready.
Ready.
Yes.
All right, let's begin,
Tony?
shall we, ladies and gentlemen? It's time to play the game.
Thinking music.
By the way, I will not give you a category. I will simply tell you this is a well-known person.
I like
and
it.
that is the simple category for each and every one of our games when we play
WKP.
Who the F Is It? Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right, and you're getting a clue in the first fact.
Oh no, you're writing things down.
So we can review the clues.
review.
She wanted to be a vet as a child.
Okay, so we know it's a woman now. That's a valuable clue right there.
Captain Obvious.
It's called being a panelist, Oscar. You would
Yeah,
never
you just
be
can't
on match
sit on
game.
your hands, Oscar. You
I'm
got to
thinking.
think out loud.
Wanting to
Otherwise-
A lot of people want to be
You'll-
things when they grow up. They don't become it. Let's
You'll
move
ruin
on.
my-
She wanted to be a vet, meaning a veterinarian.
Frankie!
I got that.
Yes. Well, in case you thought she wanted to
That's
be
a
like,
terrible clue.
Veteran?
yeah,
I'm
she
sorry.
might have been from a war.
All right, you didn't hear that. I'm going to turn this one down
Next
so
clue.
that you've
Okay.
got that in the background so you can hear my other sound.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm still adjusting it. I was really thinking I did this the right way, you know?
She wanted to be a
right,
vet.
there
I like the music.
You know what? She might be a very
Hold on
kind
just a
woman
second.
then.
Hold on.
We have 10
I am
clues.
doing a goddamn show. Put the dogs in the friggin' garage. God damn it. Every day I'm dealing with this. Oh, by the way, that's time's up.
okay.
I don't like that.
You forgot to
I'm going to
add-
change that. What?
You forgot to add turn on the car and then put him in the garage.
Yeah.
No.
Let him breathe those fumes.
Robert
are
Young.
you ready for the
Yeah.
fact number 2?
Number
ladies and
two.
gentlemen?
Number two.
Yeah, it's fact number 2.
All right. She played clarinet in her high school band.
Ooh.
Played the clarinet. You know, they call it the licorice stick.
I heard.
Yes, it's a woodwind.
Band camp.
Clarinet. So,
man.
I wonder if she uses music.
It's a woman that wanted to be a vet that plays a wind instrument.
I wonder if she still is involved in the world of music.
That is a great question.
Yeah, so that's something to think about. Or the world of animals.
That is something to think about. It's very, very interesting.
Thanks for your help, Pony.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Wally.
That rhyme.
It's time to move on. I'm sorry. That was that.
Okay.
All right, here we go. Another clue coming
Yes,
up here,
yes,
ladies
yes.
and gentlemen. This is fact number 3.
Three.
Tres.
In her first big screen movie,
Actress.
she appeared with Liam Neeson.
Liam Neeson.
Whoa. Damn, this is a deep cut.
This is.
Great clue. Great. How many actresses?
Thank you.
Starlets have been in movies with Liam Neeson.
Debut, yeah. What is
My God.
it? So,
Vet, woman, star.
could it be Taken?
If you know the young lady's name in Taken,
I
I'm
don't.
Blown
That's
away.
the thing. That's the thing. I thought maybe you would.
No, I'm not that much of a
thing.
deep
That's the
pervert.
thing. I'm sorry with that terrible sound, that transition sound,
Next.
which is just ridiculously
Next.
soft.
You know, hold it before. Can I make
you
one
know?
comment? Something to consider. Liam Neeson was in a Star Wars movie.
Yeah, that's
Good.
Well, I'm sorry. It's time to move
Okay.
on to fact.
Thanks,
fact
Rob.
number 4.
Yes.
But very good, Rob. No, see, Rob's playing the game the way you should.
I'm
you
upset
get
at
the
Rob.
juices flowing. The reason this game works is that one of the 3 of you may have some germ
Yeah.
that is
Minutia.
sparked in your brain about this particular individual. And I kind of think that possibility exists with fact number 4.
All right, fact 4.
here we go.
As far as religion is concerned, in 2010, she said that she was a Hindu.
I think I know
Hindu.
who it is.
Then you have to scream, I've got it.
I've got it.
You got to
No,
scream
no,
it.
no. You've got to really let me know because
Okay.
that's the way it works.
I've got it.
All right, go ahead.
Julia Roberts.
Oscar Santana, ladies and gentlemen, on the very 4th fact. He pulled that. He got the germ. That's the way the game works. That is the way the game works. Take us through the process, Oscar, and tell us how you got Julia Roberts on only. And I had 6 more factoids.
Will you share the
to
6
give you.
after he gives us?
Absolutely.
Great, okay.
Mike,
But I'm very, very curious about how you did that, Oscar.
it's like a decade ago, this big movement of Eat, Pray, Love came out, and every skinny woman I was attracted to was talking about this movie. I
That's the way
watched
it
it,
works.
and I said, there's no way anyone ever did this.
That is
And
spectacular.
I
I like
dove
the fact
deeper.
that somebody won it.
And I said, who would become, who would change a religion off a movie? And I said, well, Julia Roberts is in it. Of course she's done this. That
Yeah.
was my logic.
Wow.
Man, oh man. All right, here are the other facts. I'll give them to you. I was going to move down to the easiest, which would have been, I think, probably the giveaway fact
Right.
at number 10. Fact number 5, she has occasionally been referred to as America's sweetheart. Rob, would that have done anything for you?
Yeah, it would have. I was thinking of the Hindu thing made me think Gwyneth Paltrow, but
Okay.
she is not America's sweetheart.
This
All right.
this from Polly Christine. She played a whore.
Hoo-ah!
Well, that's the last clue,
Oh,
so
I'm
you
sorry. I didn't
skipped
realize-
ahead
I
now.
didn't-
And
I thought
now
that-
you
I-
really,
I
I'm
messed
not
up
going to
the
really be transparent. I was trying to be like a good sport,
Yes,
when
yes.
you got it on the 4th clue, and got the power keys to the power Porsche on the first basic key, asshole. But I mean, I have to make the game more difficult. That's
I'm
on
the
me.
a-hole?
I didn't want you not to try.
was a
I did
deep
not
cut.
want you to. But you skipped ahead to my. Don't do that. Damn it! I'm trying to fill time here, for God's sake. All right, here we go.
Yes.
Would any of you have known her middle name?
Oh, no, I wouldn't know that.
That
at
was
all.
fact number 6.
I think it's Henry, isn't it?
Fiona.
And if you wanted to know, did I wait till you were taking a sip of water?
You
yes,
did on purpose.
Yes, I
know.
did.
That got. There's liquid There's liquid all around here. Yeah, her middle name is Fiona. She has a 16-year-old daughter. Would anyone like to guess the name of her 16-year-old daughter?
No, I do not.
No, I have no
that in my
idea.
repertoire.
Her 16-year-old daughter, who is a very, very pretty girl, is named Hazel.
Ooh.
And
No
she
kidding.
recently walked her first red carpet with Julia's husband. Fact number 7. Hold on. Fact number 8.
Yes.
She was born in the South. Would anyone like to guess the state that she was born in?
I would guess Georgia.
What about
You are
Alabama?
correct.
Oh,
Smyrna,
Smyrna, Georgia.
Georgia. Now, this is one that I thought if we got this deep into the game, Rob Spiewak would get this. Some of her most successful collaborations have been with director Steven Soderbergh.
Ooh,
Yeah.
Would you have
that's
gotten
right.
that?
Yeah, I would have gotten
Yes.
it before that, though. I think I would have
I would've
gotten
gotten it there.
I think I would have gotten it on
If it
America's
wasn't so
Sweetheart.
good,
Yeah.
and I got it at 4.
Did
She-
Paulie Christine really text you that as far as
No,
the
I
movie
just like
Horse?
throwing that out. It's
Because
fun.
at the clue number 10 would have been she is one of the movie's most famous. Who
was?
Just to say that. Ladies and gentlemen, that is how we play Who the F Is It?
I love
And
this
it
game.
tells me
I love this game.
I got to work a little harder for the next time, coming up with a celebrity that's a little more obscure. They have to be, the only criteria for Who the F Is It
Right.
is they are mega famous. They're
But
a
it could be a
household name. Everybody
Could be
will
a
know them.
politician.
I thought
Doesn't have
we
to be a
had
star.
like 5 of these today. I'm so sorry.
Oh, you thought we'd have what, 5
Yes.
celebrities?
Yes.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't want to work that hard.
And also,
I thought that if I had 5 celebrities, that would take like 5 hours. I thought that
Julia
that,
Roberts was a shot in the dark. Like it just,
Yeah.
I put those 2 things together.
No,
that's
but
how
you
my mind
did
worked.
it because the Eat, Pray, Love connection
Yep.
was the connection to the Hindu thing.
Yep.
I didn't go deep with that one, but I thought it would be very cool. So that's Who the F Is It. I hope you enjoyed
I
that.
love
And,
that game.
Oscar Santana will win $30 from Rob Spiewak,
Yes.
Ponyboy Matt
Yes.
Bloom, and Mike O'Mara.
Do you
$10
accept
goes
my
into
Venmo?
your
do you
account.
accept cash?
Yeah, I'll take cash.
All
It's
right.
old-fashioned, but
All
I'll take
right.
it.
Rob, can you front me the 10 this time?
Of course.
All right, that's good. I'd appreciate that. That's it. I think.
By the way,
I'll-
Pony, the 20 I owe you for the typo this week, that's coming from there.
Front
So
loaded.
as soon as I get money from Mike, you'll get your money. That works.
well, that was fun.
I
Did
loved
you
it.
enjoy
Thank you, Mike.
I
Did
don't.
you
My
enjoy
God,
that?
yes.
And what a surprise!
And you know
what
what?
a surprise!
I usually am the one who hosts the games, and it's fun to play a game. I
Your
like
games
playing.
are usually terrible. This was fun.
Well, thanks,
So
Oscar.
this was my morning.
Your
my
games
morning
are normally
started-
non-existent. How about that?
I woke
I'm
up
not a
today.
game guy.
I woke up today so just run down.
Well, you
with
had a
this
lousy day
old man
yesterday, too.
cold. Yeah, it's just go. And I had to fast, from even taking pain medication or cold medications because I couldn't take any of my Vicodin.
Can't take any of this pain medication, Jack. I'm fasting. Don't you know that the body must be pure?
My hair. What the? God damn it.
Mike, every time you skip your attack, your hair looks like that.
It's like, I don't have any. Now I'm trying to make it go. I don't have any of my Percocet, Jack.
This is a
Where's my
horrible day. I
Percocets?
can't have ice cream. I can't have pain medication. I can't have anything.
No, so
heroin.
I couldn't take any of my cold medications because I was getting. I got my physical next week.
Okay.
Einen Finger.
Oh, boy.
And I had to go get blood work. So, but it didn't matter because I knew that was going to be my day. That was going to be okay. My son comes roaring into the bedroom first thing this morning, and this was the conversation. All right, and this is where I wanted to be. I didn't push it. I didn't overly push it. I put him in situations where it might happen. The conversation this morning, first thing, Dad, did you get a chance to look at those golf clubs I told you about last night? First words out of his mouth.
Wow.
I don't know. I don't know if it's going to last. I don't know if it's going to stick.
But
all I know, though, it's pivoting right now to, because I can't buy a Sherman tank, but I can buy him a golf club.
Mike,
you know
what
I mean?
a difference a day makes, because yesterday, 24 hours exactly, probably to the moment before the golf club question was, my shorts don't fit. You need to tie my shoes.
Right.
The whole
Right.
thing. That's the magic of parenthood sometimes.
It's so cool because, something I love and something he loves. And it's, I guess it's the right kind of peer group pressure where he's out there with other kids that are into it. And it was just, and it's also the competition that he had. But this was my dream. I'm going to tell the people over at this little golf camp that he goes to. I watch him a lot over there and I see the way they do it. And it's super chill. They're not going
You're not
through
watching
any
all the
kind of-
kids, are you? You're just watching your own, right?
You're not stopping by McDonald's to get a soft serve.
That's right.
They're everywhere.
There's that man on the other side of the chain link fence with the cone again. He looks horrible. He must have skipped his pain medication.
And I looked at for the people watching on video right now. Just be me on the other side of the fence, just going,
gesturing with the cone.
so disgusting.
He can't be someone's dad.
You're doing great, Dylan.
Dylan.
But what it is,
at the golf
it's just what they do. What they do is, if I think the way it works is, if a kid happens to be real good, they'll be more into it. They're probably older. They skew a little older, and they get more kind of instruction and stuff like that. But for the majority of them, they're just running around a golf environment, having fun, playing capture the flag, going into a pool, jumping around and having a good time.
That's the same way Fred Couples used to be on the tour.
Shut up. God damn it. I was sitting there and I'm thinking, this is a lot of moves we made which we weren't sure about. We weren't sure about staying down here during the summer.
Right.
We thought maybe that might not be a good call. We weren't sure about the trip out west. We weren't sure. But it is panned out. And his first competition was not a disaster. It was fun. And kudos to the people that work with kids in a particular sport. It could be, I guess, baseball or football or whatever these camps are. I think at least with this group of people down here, they're making it fun. And I'd like to give them all like a dinner coupon to go out somewhere because they're just such good kids.
But you are paying
they're kids.
for the class.
Oh,
right?
yeah, of course.
That's a
Yeah,
consideration.
absolutely. Everybody. And by the way, you don't have to be part of the club to do that. It's just for any parent that wants to.
And be honest. And it's not a bad thing. I think a lot of kids are going through this now.
This is what, you know what? You know how you know the tell's coming, Rob, when
When
he
your
does
son
this?
asks for something, is
Yes.
there let's see how much it costs, or maybe there's a sale, or what is it?
Oh
what
no,
comes up?
this is a flat no, because this is a year off maybe.
Got it.
Because this is an older kid that had him hit a heavier golf club, and I went on the website and I looked at these golf clubs, and and it's just I cannot believe that I'm having discussions with him about golf equipment where he's really involved.
I know,
it's so freaking great. I love
this is a total rube question, but if you were to get him the club, it wouldn't be the length that a grown-up would play, right? It's a shorter club.
It's just it's.
we don't know anything about golf, so this is
he's just look. I can say that
are there toddler golf clubs?
At this age,
Toddler
it's like
woods.
buying, what the hell would it be the equivalent? You've had a kid, Rob. It's the equivalent of buying like shoes. You gotta kind of time it a little bit, right? You got, because I mean, if you
Carrie was never a big fan of what my mom used to do, was buying them a bit too big. So he'll grow into them.
You gotta grow into them.
Yeah, you put
Because
your
you
foot
do
on the
that.
Brannock device. They measure that, ease it up a little.
If you were going to like change golf clubs every time he grew an inch, it would be a little bit of a deal. He made his first switch about 2 weeks ago. That's when he went from the little kids clubs to the slightly bigger kids clubs, and then it'll be another year.
I didn't know they made him
minimum.
in that tier. Like
Yeah.
I thought
They make them in it's like up to 42 inches, then 42 to 52 inches, then they get like junior teens. It's that kind of
and that's
and
the
they're not
length.
really well
that's
done.
the length of the shaft,
This is-
not the head.
This
of the
is a great. Thank you. This is a great opportunity to lay out goals. So,
well, that'd be if he played hockey.
yeah, but no. I'm saying, hey, Michael, let's
I didn't
work.
let it happen that time.
Let's work our way. Let's work our way to how we can earn these golf clubs. And is he tall enough to mow a lawn? Maybe there's a lot of that going on.
The Winslow Boston Terrier walking job is done now regularly. That's his
That's
gig
good.
that he has.
Perfect.
This is probably coinciding with watching a lot of these parents that you're seeing with the Olympics and everything going on with the Olympics right now. You got a lot of the parents that they show, and it's just I'm into it. All right, before we go, I didn't want to like dwell on the Olympics, but just one thought, please. For someone who's probably watching more of it than anybody in this room, I watch more of it. I really do. I don't know, Oscar. Sometimes you watch the events, so
I love it.
Okay, swimming.
Yes.
All right, NBC. First of all, thanks for really showing me that I have a flat tire lizard commercial 3 effing million times. Can we get another take? So funny, so side-splittingly funny. I'm just so amused.
It is. It's
every
fun.
time you waste, a full screen that I could be watching the athletes compete. I get to see that little lizard,
Mike,
saying,
everyone loves.
I have a flat tire.
Everyone loves the
So
government
funny.
the government employee insurance company.
It's so gross, isn't it? Gross.
It's disgusting. It is.
It's disgusting, isn't it? The abundance of so much where they don't put any creativity into
And
at
people-
least filling that screen. It's just repeat,
And
repeat,
people
repeat,
standing in
repeat.
line to send them money.
Yeah,
You know what,
sucks.
Mike? I'll say it. They're a bad outfit.
I think they are.
Yeah.
I think they are. I wouldn't give my money.
The
to them.
news cycle also has led people's interest to actually watch what's happening with Simone
Right.
Biles.
Yeah.
We didn't discuss that yesterday. It just broken yesterday and now today. And
It was unraveling
My
during the show
thoughts had
yesterday.
actually changed on the idea that she would pull out of.
I think a lot of people, a lot of guys, let's be honest, a lot of sports type people that have played sports, it's kind of a foolish little standard that we
I saw your
have
post, Mike, online.
Yeah.
in sports. I changed too, Oscar. I think initially when I was just sort of weighing it all, I was looking at that and saying, oh, man, that's really. But at one point, she said to her teammates, no, she said to her coaches, and they had a mic on her. So I heard it. She said, I don't trust myself.
Yeah.
So if you take away all of the mental health concerns that someone in that pressure situation goes through, and I believe it can happen for a youngster, somebody in their early 20s. I think it can be really, really difficult. I'm talking purely on the competition end of things. She said, in a team competition, I don't trust myself, which meant to me, really, and nobody really talked about this last night, at least when I was watching it, that she was not confident that she could pull her weight for her team.
Yes.
Right.
So she said, I'll let the girls handle it. And I think if you look at it from that standpoint, it might have calmed everybody down initially about this. But, after the fact, when it was she was I'm probably going to piss some people off here.
Do it.
I don't like it when somebody throws the word hero out, okay?
Okay.
What I think she did was the right thing for her to do, and there but for the grace of God go I, when you're laying that kind of judgment on somebody, all right? I think when I look at 62 years old, when I look back on my career, I think maybe there were moments where I could have certainly said, no, it's more important for me to be there for my family up in New England as opposed to, going to the Bert and Shecky show or whatever the hell, the next event that I had to do. I think that I changed that attitude. My first was kind of a jock attitude.
Yeah,
You got a lot of
because you're
jocks.
a winner.
And don't
Exactly.
do that. Both of you are killing me today. No, I just think the jock thing is like you never quit in sports.
True.
Right.
Right? But
Or theater,
went
Mike.
down-
You don't want to let the audience down.
The show must go on.
The show
is what
must
they-
go
is what
on.
they
That's
say,
right.
Oscar, did you have the same
Oh, my
initial
God.
reaction?
What was it? Who was the young lady?
Because you are a monster.
I am a monster. Who's the young lady who jumped and had a broken ankle and won the gold for America?
Oh,
Can someone
Scruggs,
pull that?
Scrugg, Carrie Scruggs,
Strug.
Strug.
Carrie Strug.
Carrie Scruggs,
Let's
Earl
confirm that,
Earl
Tony, if
Scruggs,
you don't
Earl
mind.
Flat,
That's
Lester
right.
Flat,
And Earl Scruggs.
If you recall,
Carrie Scruggs Street.
Caroli, I remember watching this vividly, where she said, the young lady says, I have to jump again. And he's like, you can do it.
You
Like,
can do
yeah,
it.
it was like a
Bella
moment.
Caroli.
I actually
Yes.
found it on YouTube, and I was like, They
you don't
mic'd
do
that
it, I'll
up.
send you back to that doctor.
Oh, no.
Mike?
Really? Wasn't Bella Caroli around when that
was an
perv,
abusive-
life in prison
Before
douchebag was doing
Before
that?
we knew about that abusive atmosphere.
Carrie Allison Strug is
Thank
her
you.
name. Strug.
And she
Carrie
jumped, and she stuck it.
And then
and then
she
she-
retired
she-
at 18.
Correct. That's the only. So that's what I remember is like that's what we thought an Olympian was. Somebody
Right.
that was going to make it happen against all odds on one leg. And my initial reaction, if I may be transparent, was WTF? Like, you got the goods.
Yeah.
This is what you're built for, like a champion. This is
Yep.
what should happen. And over, I would say, the 4 or 5 hours after we initially had a pre-show meeting about it, we didn't discuss it yesterday. I sat there and I started reading articles.
Yeah,
and
it
hearing-
unraveled
and
throughout
hearing
the
the
day.
back and
Yeah.
forth and watching
Yep.
what you watch. And I said, well, of course, if you don't trust yourself hurtling your body into midair, like trying to control what most people can't do at a high level, and you might hurt yourself, kill yourself, create a dynamic that is beyond the sport for your personal well-being, you got to choose your personal well-being.
I think it might be that.
Which is even harder, I think, at
we
this
might
level.
not even know whether that's the
Yeah.
case, but I also would take it into the team competition where she doesn't think she's going to be able to deliver for her other girls, taking them out of it. Now, they didn't win the gold. The Russians won the
But
gold.
they would have been pulled
Russians
even further
swooped in.
down. if she
Yeah, they would have
wasn't-
put
yeah.
full. They might have been out of the medals altogether. Rob was hissing at the Russians.
I recently I edited an interview that for a podcast we produce here at Podville, and it's called Health Gig, and Dominique Dawes was the guest. I believe it drops
Health
today.
Gig?
Health Gig.
I believe it actually drops today.
Bush ladies. Bush
And
family.
yeah, and they were
Health
talking
and
to
wellness.
Dominique Dawes about the environment, and the interview happened before the bile stuff broke. So it was very, very forward thinking that they came up with this. They talked about there's a weird sort of culture in sports, but especially in gymnastics, that of being afraid to not show, being afraid to not be a part of it, showing up to every practice,
Like
even if you're sick, you don't want to miss anything. And also an environment that if you have to report something or discuss something or complain something, there's an element of intimidation and fear built into the gymnastics community that even if you had the guts to report something or quit or something, you don't even know who to talk to. And you're looking at
Yeah,
someone
doesn't
named
surprise me.
Dominique Dawes.
Just
who's-
like this show.
Exactly. There's no one to report to.
it's like that. It's why that predator was able to thrive in that environment.
Exactly.
Sadly-
Because they didn't have anybody to go
Sadly
to.
true. Sadly
That's the way it goes. We have to take a break. When we come back, we'll delay the homepage because I want to
Okay.
continue this discussion because Oscar was referring to the thread that I had, and it kind of tied into once we were done talking about Simone Biles, it might be a good idea to kind of focus on the fact that I don't want to overstate it. We're all gonna die.
Yes.
We'll be right back with more fun right here on the Mike O'Mara Show.
All right. It's me, Matthew McGonagle. What's up? I'm just chilling, having a cold one, and getting ready to run for governor of Texas. I live in Austin. All right. I know that everything this dude needs for a great campaign is available at the TMOS Shopping Center. Flags, bunting, yard signs, buttons, also bongos, shell necklaces, body oils, water pies, but no shirts. All right. So don't forget to shop Target and Walmart at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Come in the booth. Vote Matt. It's where it's at. I'll run the state smoother than a Texas drawbridge. And if you want to know my platform, I am remarkably centrist because you don't want your government to be all right.
There we go. Hey, Rob, I just got an idea that I'm not going to be able to remember, and I know I'll forget it if I
Okay,
don't tell
so
you right
tell
now.
me a secret password for it.
I think that it might be a real fun promo to have a certain comedian we just lost from heaven,
Yes.
talking about some element of the show and using as much of whatever Yiddish you can find. That might.
Well,
just
I know
be
Mike, he
fun.
always loved
Yeah.
a bargain, so
Yeah, I
maybe
can-
he would be promoting the shopping center.
Practically hear the reverb now. Hey, when was the last time you refinanced? If it's been more than a year, we should talk about how much money you could be saving. The stalled economy and the Delta variant have pushed
No more
interest
Delta.
rates back to the lowest levels in a year. Add in double-digit appreciation, and it's the perfect storm to take cash out or simply refinance to a lower rate or term. You need to call the only company that I recommend, my friend Mark Livingstone and his team at Cornerstone First Financial. Cornerstone First is a direct lender, which means they have their own money, and they guarantee to meet or beat any competitor. At the end of the day, you go with the company you like, you trust, and the one that offers benefits, savings, and solutions. Cornerstone is that company. Send them a recent mortgage statement and instantly see how much money they can save you. Loan officers are working overtime to accommodate what is likely the last opportunity to take advantage of the lowest rates ever. We're lucky to have them last this long.
Yes.
Call your local licensed and ethical loan officer now at Cornerstone First Financial, 202-625-1221. That's 202-625-1221 or cornerstonefirst.com, and do it now. Yeah, I put a really kind of a sicky little thread up about Simone Biles because I was saying we're talking about our little sidebar with gymnasts who are dealing with a mental health issue, and I guess the latest we'll have it in the news that she's going to be in the regular competition, the individual competition. Okay. So hope she slays it. Hope she kills it. That would be great. But I really think that we focus on the wrong things. Everybody, especially on NBC, Hoda Kotb was like somebody been shot. Yeah, I mean, this is really just so sudden.
Has she been taking Savannah lessons?
They are. It's
a mess, isn't it? It's a mess.
I just can't watch it. It's such bad television. And I got the one thing I've discovered. Found out my little NBC affiliate down here in Florida. Like them. Like the way they cover. Well, I realized that I have been down here. I'm reasonably sure. I don't believe in saying fake news.
Okay.
The media that doesn't agree with me politically, but I do believe that the people at Wink are anchors that I've talked about when I've talked about the weather forecasters and that wonderful meteorologist, Matt DeVitt. I do believe that they kind of soften the blow about our governor down here with things like, water pollution and
so are you getting
the COVID outbreak. They're very, very clear and direct about dealing with how effed up the state of Florida is. Like so many other parts of the country, when it comes to this COVID outbreak that we're experiencing now.
But they're not protecting the governor; they're actually spotlighting how bad he is.
I don't think they're doing either or. I think
they're
what the Wink people do will be it's just a softer approach. It's a less direct approach to what is a really big deal when they're talking about, you're getting to a point now where they're talking about government agencies mandating vaccinations. And you're talking about business owners, big companies that are saying, you can't come to work if you have that. And, and by the way, thank you to all the people who responded to my thread last night when I said, I don't give an F about the Vax Fs,
right?
And that's the word I use. And I got some very interesting stories, including the this very detailed journalism piece about Lake of the Ozarks, and that's where they had everybody in the pool.
I remember
back when we were in the middle of it. Well, they're still doing that, and they're like,
that was really early on. That was even like April, I think, of last year. I remember that was one of the, and that was right on the heels of the spring breakers that were bulletproof that all came down with COVID. That was like late March. There's so many great moments we've had over the past year.
Well, look, people are going to throw darts at me when I say mandate. I'm all for it. I'm like, whatever at this point in time. Somebody posted something that I saw online, which was if this had been London during the Blitz, people would have said, it's my freedom to leave my lights on at night. I don't care if the Germans are going to see the lights and bomb our city. That's the way it is.
Right.
That is a perfect analogy to what we're dealing right now. And I don't care what you think anymore. We're dealing with something that's going to come back, and we will not be able to return to normalcy. And the people that are dying and getting sick and transmitting this, by and large, the vast majority of them are unvaccinated. People are getting really sick or unvaccinated. And they're also spreading it because this Delta variant is where it is. This is not I just don't consider this to be personal freedom. I consider this to be personal safety of just making sure we're not going to die. If we were going to be attacked by the Chinese and somebody said you have to behave a certain way to maintain so we don't, risk blowing up your town, you take whatever measures were necessary. And I don't know where. Well, let's be honest.
Yeah.
It did get political. It got political.
Absolutely.
Of course
when
it did.
got politicized, that's what happened. But these people that are being shamed in parts of Missouri because they're wearing a mask to a grocery store, or they're afraid to imagine this. They're afraid to talk about getting vaccinated.
Oh, I have something in the audio vault today about people wearing disguises to get vaxxed. They're disguising themselves so they don't get recognized.
My God.
It's so sad. It really is.
So but you're highlighting
digital dumpster, I mean.
Why are we worried about the medals? Why isn't this like the breaking news?
It just is I think it's a multi-pronged dumbing of America. I think we, our media panders to the lowest common denominators and panders to the highest ratings. And, we are so obsessed with our diversions and, getting back to, so we can go to our concerts and all that. No one wants to just think about the hard work that has to be done.
What's so concerning is that this is, just for round terms, we'll say 16, 17 months, something that makes so much sense, which is be precautionary, wear a mask, get vaxxed. Is that happened during that? We've been screaming it the whole time, and no one listens. And Have
we really been screaming it, though, Rob? Have we really been
It depends on where
screaming?
Yeah,
we just assumed everybody wanted it, right? Didn't we? Back when we first got it? Didn't we assume that everybody was going to trip over each other to get it, and that was going to be the hurdle?
How do we look in the eyes of nations that would love to have the vaccine and they can't get it?
We're further along than most. I think we should be further along than we ever dreamt we'd be at this moment.
Right.
It's funny because Mike, even as a business owner, you're looking at the hot spots and you're wondering when, I know the government's wearing masks now indoors as a sign of unity and precaution. You start thinking about this and you're like, okay, when is this happening? I thought my days of looking at a heat map were over as far as
right.
And then this morning I'm looking at the heat map, trying to figure out how you're going to run this.
It's weird. It's weird that we're there. But my point last night when I was posting that was like, F you. I'm not being nice to you anymore.
Right.
I'm not going to pretend during a conversation that that you are someone that I want to listen to, because you're not giving me anything other than half-baked conspiracy theories that this comes from, and it's already been proven, and that's all. But forget that debate. I'm just talking about, don't we want to see if we can get over this hump?
Yeah.
And right now, I don't know. What's the latest? What do you hear? Does it look like we can get over this hump? I don't know. Can we? Are we ever going to be rid of this thing? It's just stunning.
We should be in so much of a better place right now.
I think the unfortunate, and this is not science, this is just reading and enough information that you put together. I believe that people will die that are unvaccinated, and that will propel us towards a herd immunity that, frankly, the push for the vaccine is to stop people from dying. But we're going to get to the herd immunity regardless.
It's amazing to me. It's just so amazing to me. Maybe the reason we weren't screaming enough is that we assumed that something that was so common sense, it made such perfect sense that you wouldn't have to sell it. And it turns out we have to sell it, and even if we're selling it, they're not buying it.
There are lotteries, there are incentives.
Yeah,
there
people
are college,
give
New York City, right? $100 they're offering people now
to,
God. I just, it makes me so mad.
Well,
really
yeah,
that you
here's
didn't wait.
$100 so you won't die.
In an
Thanks a
ideal
lot.
world,
what a
you're
deal.
like, if you don't follow along or keep rowing the same direction, we gotta DQ you.
Right?
We gotta DQ you. You got but nature is doing that, and it's harsh to say. It's sad. I know people, educated friends of mine, that they got vaxxed, but their parents didn't because they didn't for whatever reason, and then one of their parents passed, and you're sitting here like, how does this happen? How does this happen?
I don't get it. I don't. Even with, I thought we were better. I thought we really were better. And I thought even with, I remember when the conspiracy theorists were the fringe.
Right.
I remember when there were just a few little small voices and people laughed it off, and then it became more and more of a thing. And I guess when I was reading this article about this part of Missouri, they're talking about how it's a badge of honor. It's this wave the flag and say, hey, I'm I don't need no vaccine. It just anyway, get it done. Yeah, I know.
How can you can't even wrap your head around it?
I know. And to be perfectly honest with you, I know I'm not the only one that's out there going, when you hear people that come down with it and you see them in the hospital bed and, you don't want to see anybody die.
No.
You don't want to see anybody get horribly sick. But you do look at it in a very cold way because you say, well, you had the information. It was there in front of you. It was right in front of you. This didn't need to happen. And I have mixed emotions when I see the people saying, please get a vaccination after they've gotten sick.
Oh, it's too late.
It just makes me feel bad. Yeah. It really does. But other than that, I'm going to Disney World. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll come back with the homepage right here on the Mike O'Mara Show. Yeah, still open. All the parks.
Yes.
Orlando. Yeah. Have a great time. That's right. Don't forget to swab down your little ass cushion when you get off your ride.
I would stay away from the water fountains.
Right. We'll be right back, everybody, on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Rob Speedwag.
We're dog sitting my favorite dog, Luna, the 165-pound bull mastiff. Apparently, Luna had a nervous stomach, and there is a massive pile in our living room. It's not bad getting it off the wood. Getting it off the carpet, that's like getting pudding out of grass.
Oh, my.
Oh, no! And I really do have to say, your buddy Rob Speedwag is the biggest pain in the ass I've ever known.
I've had his way.
Yes.
He would wear, for anybody that's familiar with Yeehaw, he would wear a Junior Samples outfit, which would be overalls and a T-shirt.
Don't miss Rob Spiewak and the Digital Dumpster only on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Living the Vita Spiewak. It's great when you have a musician do those.
I know.
Way to go,
It's
Twitch.
good stuff.
Hear ye, hear ye. Let's talk ears. Just like fingerprints, no two ears are exactly alike. That's why your earbuds probably start getting uncomfortable after a while, and I hate discomfort. Really do. Ultimate Ears Fits, true wireless custom fit earbuds from Ultimate Ears are here to change all that. You got them there? There you go.
As a matter of fact, I want you to see this. These are so great. They come in their own case, chargeable case like that, so you can take them on the go. And this is a perfect mold of my ear.
Yeah.
Watch, it slides in.
Rob, for those of you that don't have the video, Rob has just put an earbud the size of a Volkswagen into his right ear.
Not the size of a Volkswagen.
For Rob.
Yeah, it's beautiful. It is it's like wearing nothing. It's like being naked
the world's
on your ears.
most comfortable earbuds. You get guaranteed perfect fits in 60 seconds. They stay put when you're on the go, and they feel great. Ultimate Ears Fits actually physically mold to your ear for a perfect fit. Just put them in, connect to the app, and watch the purple LEDs transform the earbuds to your unique shape. And their charge lasts all day.
All day.
You're going in for all day. Ultimate Ears Fits are perfect for listening to your favorite shows. Like this one. There you go. Right up till bedtime. And for either music or voice. The sound is amazing.
It is.
And if you don't love them like we do, Ultimate Ears offers a 30-day money-back guarantee plus free shipping, free returns, and a 1-year warranty. For a limited time, get 15% off your pair of Ultimate Ears Fits true wireless earbuds at ue.com/fits. Just use promo code TMOS at checkout. That's 15% off with promo code TMOS at ue.com/fits and do it today, people.
From the four corners of the World Wide
She's
Web
quiet now.
and
Sorry.
into your digital
I gotta
device.
turn up.
It's
Let's
what you
try
need
that
to
again.
know.
All right, hold on a second.
You want the lady.
Let me
The
just have a
lady.
word with Mike for a second.
Yeah.
Okay. So you turned it down. You turned it down when you were, doing that game that you mangled with the audio because it was too loud. Yeah, I turned it down. I didn't know. I thought it was back. Yeah, you thought. You thought. What did you think about it? I thought that the level. Yeah, you did. You said, but you thought wrong. You understand what my point is? Yeah, I understand. No, don't get tired of this. You're going to get this until you get it through your fat, lazy old man skull that you have to run a little board. I hear you. Do you? Do you hear me? Yeah, I do. So what are you going to do? I'm going to do better. I hope so. You want to take it from the top? Yeah. You want to make sure everything's all right? Yeah. You really do? You want? Well, do it. Do it. I'm sorry. I know. Sorry. All day. Sorry. Sorry. Play the sound, asshole.
From the four corners of
Sounds
the World
good.
Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
Hi, everybody. Simone Biles shockingly withdrew from the women's gymnastic team final at the Olympics on Monday, but she is not done competing in Tokyo. There was some speculation that she may have suffered an injury, but one of her coaches told the NBC broadcast that she withdrew for mental health reasons. She later confirmed that she is not injured and said she is dealing with some things internally. She expects to return for individual finals. That'll be tomorrow, and we'll see if she does indeed compete in the individual thing. We'll see what happens. Now, here's a story I didn't talk about at all yesterday. Breaking Bad star Bryan Cranston is asking fans to send good thoughts and prayers Bob Odenkirk's way. Here's what he said. Today I woke up to news that's made me anxious all morning. My friend Bob Odenkirk collapsed last night on the set of Better Call Saul. I love this guy. I love everything he does. Bryan Cranston said he is in the hospital in Albuquerque and receiving the medical attention he needs, but his condition is not known to the public as yet. Please take a moment in your day today to think about him and send positive thoughts and prayers. Odenkirk collapsed while shooting in New Mexico. Right before we started taping this podcast, I tried to get an update, and there's no word just yet as to what he's dealing with. So he's a good guy. He's got a lot of good stuff. His movie was great, and I really, really hope he makes a full recovery. So we'll see what happens. Let me ask you a question. All you bathers out there. I know Rob Spiewak's a big bather.
Yes.
Paulie, Christine, but we have a lot of bathers. I like a little pool time, with my family. It's
I thought you meant in the tub with bubbles.
Well, you can do that too, I suppose.
like
but I'm talking about outdoor bathing.
Oh, yes, of course.
Some woman on TikTok bought a bikini
TikTok.
with tiny TikTok. It's what the kids are watching now.
Internet.
Everybody loves the internet, TikTok,
Yeah,
Friendster.
that's right. Yeah, all the kids. Hip-hop music.
Da baby.
Megan Thee Stallion.
Drake. TikTok.
Some woman on TikTok bought a bikini with little pineapple designs. She also got pineapple swim trunks for her husband because she thought it would be cute to match on vacation.
Yeah.
And they didn't get why several people were being so nice to them. Then she found out that pineapples on your swimsuit means you're a swinger.
Hey!
I have never heard of this
Now, I knew
before.
that the pineapple is a symbol of welcome. And a lot of times, especially in Hawaii, they'll have like a brass pineapple on your door.
I did not know that.
So I guess
if you wear pineapppples on your bathing suit,
then
that
you're
means
welcoming something else.
It means you're not only a swinger, but you're a swinger looking to hook up.
Oh, wow.
That also applies to shirts, pants, throw them all out, pony. And any other clothing with pineapple designs.
Pony has a pineapple sarong that he wears occasionally.
Especially if you're on vacation or a cruise.
Yeah.
Now you can thank me later for that. So that's interesting,
I like
isn't
that.
it? It's very cool. Here's a list of jobs that are going viral because they sound like they'd be cool, but people who work these jobs say they're not what you'd expect.
Blow.
So they sound cool, but they suck. All right. What's that?
Blow.
Sounds cool.
Sounds cool. Here are a few highlights. Video game developer and anything in film. You're overworked and underpaid, and you don't get any credit unless you're one of the few big shots.
Yeah.
Big shot.
You had to be a big shot, didn't you?
Didn't you? A lot of kids want to be a vet, work with animals.
Yeah. I
you
know
think
Julia
it's-
Roberts did.
Yeah.
Yes,
ruined
when
a
she was
game.
a girl.
That's right.
And then she played clarinet in her band. Then Oscar got it on the fourth one, and I was in, and I got to make it harder next time. Oh, you're not going to get it next time. I guarantee you that. So you think being a vet is caring for cute animals, but it's stressed owners, soul-sucking treatment decisions, and this is the way they wrote this. This is the whole reason I put this on the list. sick, dying creatures all day long.
Oh, no.
Wow.
That's going to take a toll.
You know,
It does,
that's nursing, especially an ER nurse. You're caring for people, but the level of horror, negativity, and mental exhaustion is underappreciated, especially with a pandemic.
Brutal.
Yeah.
Flight attendant, it goes without
Given.
saying, right?
No one cares.
It was glamorized in the past, and there are perks, but you're basically a server who cleans toilets and sometimes gets verbally abused.
Don't call them stewardesses. They don't care for that.
Don't do that. Sorry about that. Chef.
Yes?
Like a lot of gigs, your passion can get weighed down by very long hours, 70 hours, 70, 80
Easy,
hours
easy,
sometimes.
yeah.
And needing to rely on people who are not as passionate about their jobs. Here's a weird one. Seafaring. I guess that's sailing over the bounding.
Like a guide?
It's a lot of long voyages with virtually no internet, no doctors, bad weather, and you're away from family and friends. And at number 7 is teaching. You can make an impact, but there's also, obnoxious parents, low pay, lack of resources, after-hours work, and kids that sometimes just don't care.
Yeah.
Seafaring seems like an introvert's dream.
Yeah, I mean, if you wanted to get away, that would probably be.
You know what Pony
pretty
could
cool.
be? It would be great if Pony would get on a boat and become a seafaring teacher.
I'm the captain now.
Thank you. Now a little something for you, ladies and gentlemen. A Missouri corrections officer has been arrested for allegedly having sex on multiple occasions with a male offender. That's an inmate.
Yeah.
This relationship apparently has left the defendant pregnant, according to court records. Haven Shank, that's her name. She was charged this month with a felony for engaging in sexual contact with a prisoner who was locked up in the state facility where Shank worked. During an interview with a Department of Corrections investigator, the inmate, Jaron Ward, said that he had sex with Shank on approximately 5 separate occasions. Ward also said that he placed calls to Shank, and in one conversation, she asked him if he picked a name for Haven Shank's unborn child.
Wow.
I've got one.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, Shanks for the memories. I'm sorry. That was dumb. That was just dumb. It was dumb, but it also didn't make any. It didn't fit with the. It just. I had to say it. Shanks for the memories.
Internet.
Shank. And I know, TikTok showed me that shanks are actually prison knives.
That's right.
That you can hurt people
That's
with.
right, Dick.
How about that? The internet. We'll be right back, everybody.
Hello, fans, coming to you live. It's the O'Mara Wrestling Federation in our main event match. The Bolivian Butcher squares off against his most dominant opponent to date. In the steel cage, it's Oscar Santana versus the English language.
I might have clarified this in the past, but you said manila envelope? I thought they were vanilla envelopes.
You are so stupid.
Seriously, you thought it was vanilla?
Yeah, because I like vanilla color.
English may be his second language, but he's going to need first aid after that beatdown.
And with my brother and myself.
You don't need to say myself because you went from an object to a subject.
Santana sure took a beating here tonight, but don't miss his commentary and opinions every Friday on TMOS. It's no holds barred on Oscar's Take. Tune in next week and see the brawl for it all. The one-man mob. Rob Spiewak takes on diabetes in a winner takes foot match. Don't miss it, brother.
Hey, we'll be doing Oscar's Take tomorrow now.
That's right.
Take.
You know, I
Take.
need to update the promo. My apologies. I forgot
It'll be
that was
on
not
Thursdays now.
Thursday.
And also
We
the
gotta
talking head
bring
on
that
Thursday.
back.
I got a good talking head for you tomorrow, too.
Very exciting.
Yeah, the internet.
Every 10 seconds... Every 10 seconds, someone becomes a victim of fraud or identity theft. And 23% of those people don't get their money back after the attack. That sucks.
It does.
You could be their next victim. Aura, A-U-R-A, can help. Aura provides digital security protection from online threats. It's all-in-one protection from identity theft, financial fraud, malware, scam sites, and so much more. With Aura, you'll get alerted to fraud and threats fast, like if your online accounts or passwords were leaked, or if someone tries to open a bank account in your name, Aura is there. I use it. It works. They let you know. Aura is easy to set up. All plans come with $1 million in identity theft insurance to help recover your stolen funds, and experienced U.S.-backed customer support that has your back. I meant U.S.-based, not backed.
No,
Based.
They are based in the United States, but they have your back.
Based.
That's
right.
what I wanted
United
to say.
States.
TikTok. Aura is a new type of security service that protects all of your online information and devices with one simple subscription. Keeps you in control and guides you through solving any issues. Right now, Aura is offering our listeners early access and 3 months free when you visit aura.com/TMOS. This trial is for an extremely limited time and won't last long, so act now. Go to aura.com/TMOS to get access before anyone else, and 3 months for free. That's aura.com/TMOS. Before we bring this subject up, I would like to warn the Bolivian bloviator.
Here we go.
Yeah.
To please try to be as kind as you can here. And let me segue into this by first saying happy birthday to Dan O'Brien, who celebrated a birthday, I believe, this week.
Monday.
Very, very happy.
Monday.
Very, very, very happy. I do not deal with Dan. I don't see Dan. I asked for a visit, but I guess the hours don't match up. I don't know. I mean, Dan's been hanging around Podville.
There's
right?
the restraining order.
Yeah, Dan's great.
You're already piling on.
No, you see, I didn't say who had the restraining order.
When we last left Dan O'Brien, he was Dan the Fan Man.
That's right.
He had
love another one of those promos.
He had marched off into a world of politics. It was an election year, and he made his way in life. He was working for Verizon here and there, and we had lost touch. No.
Worked on a
bio. People might not know.
Right.
Yeah, he worked on a political campaign.
Yeah. Didn't win, didn't work out, but I don't think it's Dan's fault. Clearly,
no.
And Schleprock.
He's just out of college.
Right.
Dan was kind enough, and it's fate and it's time, and it's if you have the tenacity or the guts to reach out for an opportunity. Dan, I think, realized at a certain point that coming out of the pandemic, that he had missed working with us. He had missed working with the Mike O'Mara show.
You see, now this to me is all news because all this went down when I was not here at Podville.
Yes.
So all these behind-the-scenes stuff was going on. You didn't know about.
Well,
Mike.
I remember him from being on our show and being an intern and being one of those wonderful interns we get.
Great
that
intern.
We're all in, loved being a part of it. Dove in with both feet. Yeah. And there are people that do and people that don't. There are people that come through the door and move on, and then there are other people that hang. And I love the kids that like the experience.
I do too.
And when Dan left us, he was still green. He was growing up, and that's usually what happens through an internship. But he was always supportive, and we're friends with
his mom's a big
Debbie
fan.
O'Brien.
Yeah. She's awesome.
A saint. And so Dan reached out. He was looking to contribute in one way or another. I said, Dan, what are you doing right now? He said, I'm working for Verizon Digital, where he's pushing buttons.
Right.
It's a simple way of saying he does something for them on his computer.
Right.
And I said, well,
on the fringe of the communications industry.
Yes. Do you still live in the area? And he said, yes. I said, do you have a valid mode of transportation? He goes, yes. So he's telling me all the things you want to hear. I said, Dan, we need some PA help at work at Podville Media.
Production assistants.
Yes. Feel free to stroll in.
Physician's assistants.
And we will see
TikTok.
how this all works. Internet. So Dan, for the, I would say roughly month and a half, he's been taking off hours, and we've been paying him. And I said, hey, just come in, be aware, and we'll give you a bunch of tasks.
Yeah.
A bumpy road to start, where I called Debbie O'Brien. I said, Debbie, how do you want me to foster some growth in your son's professional development? It seems to me that he's been coddled and protected for the majority of his childhood and now adulthood.
Well, stop.
Yes.
Stop. Hold on. You called his mother?
Yes.
Yeah. What precipitated a phone call to somebody's mother? How did you? Well, I know Debbie. Debbie likes the show. She's been on the show.
Oh, I've talked to Debbie plenty of times. She loves.
You've talked to
she
really?
loves messaging me. I follow her.
Okay,
her posts,
so you're kind of a friend. You're kind of a friend.
Yeah.
All right, so this is a friendly call.
Yeah, I'm not talking to a random stranger asking about the kids.
All right, it's just kind of odd.
And then Debbie said to Oscar, he says, meat loses its vitamins if it's overcooked.
Oh, by the way, speaking of phone calls, do you ever talk to your dad about the information, his medical information?
I can give it to you in 15 seconds. He needed to get documents to his hospital. And because the documents, he was taking pictures with his phone, he took the picture with his phone, dragged it over to Facebook. That way he could go onto his desktop pull it from Facebook into an email, and then delete it. As he said, it was only up for a second, and I said, thank God Kathy's coming home from Mississippi to get your affairs in order. She's going to kill you. But yeah, Kathy was away last week with the grandkids to Mississippi to see her folks.
It was a hack that was not a hack.
No, it was sort of a death hack, not a life hack.
I get it.
But,
all right, there we go. That's good. Thanks for the update.
Debbie gets on the horn. She goes, Oscar, you have to push my son. Push him.
I didn't know she was from the South.
Yeah,
that's all I got. I don't do voices.
Deep from Georgia.
What's the best Jersey way of saying push him? He needs to be pushed.
Kick him in the ass.
Thank you.
Yeah, don't coddle him.
She said, I treated that boy like I coddled him. It's my fault. Do what you need to do. And I was like, all right, this is great.
Do you think Debbie had any idea that she was probably telling the worst person that that works with Dan?
No.
That would be. It's just like like giving the giving the executioner the rope.
No. At the foundation of a PA job are skill sets that translate to anything in life: communication, follow-up, attention to detail.
Even if it's something as simple as where I first saw him as our director of first impressions in the lobby, that's a great skill. If you can master being
he was at the desk?
Yeah.
At the front desk?
It's more of a production hub. Like he's managing Comrexes that come in, go out. Like he's
But he'll be sitting there sometimes when the elevators open.
Correct.
And
Yeah.
first thing
And
people see when they,
dresses
when
nice.
like a general or ambassador
He's
walks in,
got
is
a
his
dress
square
shirt
little
on,
head.
dress pants, dress shoes.
All right.
Dresses better than anybody here.
Good afternoon.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes.
Yeah, he's good.
You
White
probably
guy.
got that from the political trail.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah.
All right. Good.
Absolutely.
All right.
who
So
cares
how's it
about
going?
that? So it's been going. After I had the pep talk with, I got the green light to have a pep talk with Dan after talking to his mother. It's been going great.
Yeah.
But Dan, at certain points, will have gaffes. And I thought the one gaff that we had.
Gas?
No,
gaff.
gaff, like a
Gaff.
mistake.
Oh, gaff.
G-A-F-F-E.
A gaff. Okay, sorry.
But the other thing, too.
Right.
So the gaff of gaffs involves you.
Welcome to Podville Media.
You and your son. And that's where I bring it to the table. I've been shielding this conversation from the show forever. Now that it involves Mike, I can't stop myself. I must discuss it.
This has to come to the
Yes.
Let it out. Let's
Mike,
find out. I like the
you
kid. I love him.
You know, if anything, when you see something that we have here that maybe an advertiser sends us a product, it should get in the mail right away. Rob used to like to hide it and send it once a month. I like to send things to you right away. Right away.
It's one of my biggest deals.
Pet peeves.
Absolutely. If we've got something, especially an advertiser,
Yes.
and they want an endorsement,
Yes.
and
You
they
need to
send
have it.
something for us to check out, it's got to get to the right place.
Let's raise the stakes.
Right.
Yeah, last week, because I'm a selfish godfather, I had not planned correctly for something for little Michael and his birthday.
Oh, the birthday gift.
I was late for the birthday, and I went out.
Yeah, we gave you crap about that for fun. Yeah,
I splurged on a beautiful Airbus model plane that's going to look gorgeous in his room, and I've been told might appreciate in value if it's taken care of.
Ooh,
so
that's two things you gave him. Both Godfathers gave him something we're going to save and keep in a special prize clause.
He got the plane, and I got him Bitcoin.
So
no, we're going to keep your Yoda. We're not going to put it
sealed
together.
in box. Exactly.
You can display this airplane, metal, like just gorgeous.
Is it a money metal
airplane?
Money metal airplane. Thank you.
Stop it.
The junkie
Stop
said
it.
no.
Hi, Eric Bickle.
Not to tip my, but I'm not a cheap, Mike. I spend.
I know. You're very generous.
Yes. And I go to after the show. I go to our PA, Mr. Dan O'Brien. I said, Dan, this is for little Michael. It must go out. FedEx. I want him to have it soon. I'm a terrible human being. Help me get this to Mike. So this was last week. No big deal. I walk into a storage closet today, and I look on the floor, and there's Michael's little plane.
Oh dear!
Not little plane. It's little Michael's plane. It's a big package.
You know, right. I have something to throw in here. It's all coming together now. It's like the last scene in a Columbo, Mike, when everything starts making sense. Text from Dan O'Brien yesterday at 10:39 a.m. Yesterday. Hey, not urgent. But can you get me Mike's address in Florida to send a package when you're free? Look.
Oh dear!
So,
Not urgent.
Not urgent. When was Michael's birthday? Calendar-wise.
July 19th.
Okay. We're almost at the 29th now. If you're
Today is the 28th of July.
I'm, I was already 3 days late finding something. I feel terrible. So I look down. I remember Debbie O'Brien's words. You have to teach him. Like, do whatever you need.
Right.
So I walk over to Dan at his PA desk, and he's not at the front anymore. He's in the back. And he's amongst Gen Pop. And
General population.
I'm holding the plane with two hands. I walk around, and I say, hey, look what I found. And poor Dan O'Brien says, oh, I've been meaning to get in touch with Rob. And I said, Rob Spiewak, that's here every day? I was like, has he been avoiding you? Has he not been nice to you? What happened?
You remember Rob, the guy who gets here before you and stays here after you? That's the guy.
And then what I love about Dan O'Brien, he's not meek in the way that he shows disappointment in himself. He puts his hands on his hips. He stares down at the ground. He goes, this is unacceptable, Oscar. I am so sorry.
Well, that's good.
Yes.
That's accountability.
I'll take it.
It is.
That's accountability.
Still 5 days late, but it's something.
Yeah.
You know what? I love the kid. I've always loved the kid.
And I love it. And then he came back around, and he had a FedEx slip right on the box. I said, you're just going to send it in the box it comes in, not in another box? He goes, oh, I didn't know I had to. I was like, if it's worth something, send it inside another box.
Exactly.
You can't just send it in the box it came in.
Not urgent, but do you have a box?
So I taught him about...
I want to give Dan O'Brien a ta-da.
I taught him about shipping, and I taught him about corrugated cardboard and what it meant and what it could hold.
Oscar, of all the things Oscar loves talking boxes.
I love talking cardboard.
He does.
And
that's fantastic.
I said,
I'll tell little Michael how many people really care about him. That's pretty cool that you guys are thinking about him.
What I realized, and I wanted to share with you, is, and for anybody in our lives, in our entire universe, if you touch TMOS and you
first.
F up something big time for someone we love and care about, as long as you're not meek and weak-willed in your response of when we call you out on it.
He puts his hands on his hips and he says, this is unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
I'll move on with life. You said it, we're moving on.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mike O'Mara. I'm not a monster. I don't really care if my son gets his present. I really don't. I know you do. It's very kind of you, but it's not like I'm going to pitch a fit. I don't even know about this. I have been unaware of any of this going on here. My question is, so is Dan took accountability?
Yes.
And his stock went up a little bit because of that? Because I didn't know what you were going to talk about today.
It's a pep talk to the world.
Yeah.
If you tell and audibly look like you know what's happened instead of just shutting down, Pony, and not saying anything, we will be happy that you acknowledge it and we move on.
Mm-hmm.
I give him another ta-da. That's fantastic. Way to go, Dan O'Brien. Get him on the show sometime. And please, who wrote those Dan the Fan Man commercials?
He wrote them.
Oh, tell him to write his punishment is to write a Dan the Fan Man. I'd love another Dan the Fan Man. Those are hard to write. Those are really hard to write. We'll take a break and we'll come back with the dumpster right here. You are listening to the Mike O'Mara Show. Thank you, Oscar.
Thanks, Debbie.
Thanks, Mike. Time now to check the TMOS Community Bulletin Board. Tonight is bingo night in the social hall at Our Lady of the Perpetually Bleeding Ulcer. Early Bird Bingo has a $500 jackpot. Do you like flapjacks? Sure. Well, if you do, the Loudoun County All-Star High School Jazz Band has a night for you. They're holding a fundraiser to pay for their trip to south of the border in South Carolina, and it's tomorrow night at Oscar's House of Pancakes from 6 to 6:15. If you have a question, thought, or birthday request for the TMOS mailbag, send an email to rob@mikeomarashow.com. Remember, Rob has 2 B's. Or send it through snail mail to TMOS Mailbag, P.O. Box 32101, Washington, D.C. 20007. They also like packages, and that's your TMOS Community Bulletin Board. Now back to more hijinks on the Mike O'Mara Show.
Thank you, Jim Amato. The hot summer months are here, and we need to be proactive to keep our body fueled up and hydrated so we can be our best. 1 stick of Liquid IV in 16 ounces of water. Boom. That water that Rob is showing you right now hydrates faster and more efficiently than water alone. And it tastes great with flavors like watermelon, strawberry, and lemon lime. It sounds like summer, doesn't it? Yeah. We live on Liquid IV at TMOS because it makes us feel great and the taste can't be beat. I think ultimately a product like that begins and ends with the flavor, and it's so delicious. What makes Liquid IV so effective? Cellular Transport Technology, CTT. It's the optimal ratio of glucose, sodium, and potassium, and it delivers water and nutrients into the bloodstream super fast. Plus, Liquid IV is on a mission to change the world. Products are being donated to hospitals, first responders, food banks, veterans, active military. And we need that now more than ever because we're getting that resurgence. Yep. It's terrible, but they're helping out with Liquid IV. Liquid IV is donated over 11 million servings globally. Grab your Liquid IV in bulk nationwide at Costco, or you can get 25% off when you go to liquidiv.com and use our code TMOS at checkout. That's 25% off anything you order when you get better hydration today using promo code TMOS at liquidiv.com. Do it today, everybody. Let's open up the dumpster. We got an abbreviated version of it today. Let's see who's in there.
Till we meet again. This is Sammy Davis Jr. saying, let me leave you swinging.
That's a blast from the past. That's wonderful. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Play that for alto.
Yes. Thank you. That's right. There. Okay, very good.
I mentioned this earlier, so I want to just say that I really did have it. It's Missouri, where the people are disguising themselves to get vaccinated because they're ashamed.
They've had several people come in to get vaccinated who have tried to sort of disguise their appearance and even went so far as to say, please, please, please don't let anybody know that I got this vaccine. I don't want my friends to know.
It's crazy, right? Yeah.
I don't want my dumb friends to know.
If I'm John Oliver, I'm taking the Hamburglar and all the McDonald's characters to Missouri, and I'm literally shooting a bit of all these characters getting in.
By the way, that man's growing on me a little bit. I'm logging more and more time with that guy. He has some very interesting stuff to say every week. It's
Grimace
fun.
got Pfizer.
Oh, no.
Mike?
Yes.
How about an Irish guy who can at the same talk about multitasking? At the same time as he beatboxes, he can also play the harmonica.
It's exciting.
I've seen this. One guy.
Be a pretty good show after you down about 8 Guinnesses.
Well, I'm sure he did.
Probably kind of a one-hit wonder, right?
He doesn't have a massive selection on his page, but that's sort of his trick right there.
Seamus is playing the beatbox again.
Send him out. I don't want to hear it again.
Fantastic.
Okay, so we've all seen the pictures of J-Lo and Ben Affleck canoodling, right?
Yes.
Right?
True love is hard to find.
Do we think it's still a thing, or is it a publicity stunt? What is it?
I don't care. I don't care.
Well, they might want to address the fact that when they were apart in 2016, this was making the rounds yesterday. They asked J-Lo about his huge back tattoo. He got a huge back tattoo when he divorced or broke up with Jennifer Garner. She did not like it.
What is your honest opinion of Ben Affleck's Phoenix back tattoo? There's the tattoo.
It's awful.
It's not attractive.
I would tell him that. I would tell him, what are you doing?
Right.
It has too many colors.
There's too many colors, Mike.
He's an idiot, she said.
I know. Mike, do you remember from earlier in the week the name Reza Bellucci?
No.
He was the guy that was in the bubble-like craft that was going to walk on the ocean.
Oh, he was gonna take the craft from St. Augustine all the way up to New York City.
I know we covered the story, but I thought you'd like to hear his voice.
Oh, I really would.
Okay, here's Reza Bellucci.
Anything you want, do it. Don't listen to anybody. You chasing your dream. My goal is raise money, not just for homeless people. Raise money for Coast Guard. Raise money for police department.
He's a survivalist. Yeah. He can survive
anywhere
for days, weeks. He's got everything he needs to keep him safe.
Who's that? The daughter?
No, that's his lover.
His gal pal.
Yeah.
Oh, his lady.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Perhaps
she
the
speaks
future
better
Mrs.
English.
Bellucci. I don't know. I think it's about a tie.
I don't know. Who's dumber, that guy or the other Belushi, Jim?
With his new pot, his marijuana reality show.
Yes, his pot reality show. That's doing well.
Yeah.
Make another canine.
Can you imagine if John Belushi was still alive and he did that show and he had to call his brother and say, Jim, what are you doing? What are you doing, Jim?
Well, he probably
is it on?
It on.
Is it on?
It
Is
had
it
like
on
a limited run, I think, and it didn't
do well. Did not do well.
Didn't light the world on fire. So Matt Damon is a noted New Englander, and they said, "Well, this is weird because now, do you root for the Patriots or do you root for the Bucks? Who are you going to root for with the quarterback switch?" So they asked him.
If the Bucks played the Patriots in the Super Bowl, who would you root for?
Tom Brady.
Okay. All right. Hey, it's great to talk to you again, and thank you, Matt.
Go Bucks.
Go Tom.
If you're,
he's a real New England sports fan, and I think a lot of New England sports fans. Look, half of my sports love comes from the Boston Red Sox. You know that. I'm a New York Giants fan when it comes to football, but I get the whole New England thing. A lot of people feel like that. 2 words all that. Bill Belichick.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
that's it. Yeah, and Tom Brady walked the walk, so that's it. People know. I mean, he's a winner. That's why the good players leave. They don't want to be around that horrible environment.
And he's very handsome.
He is hot.
Tom or Bill Belichick?
Everybody.
Thank you, Rob. Let's move on.
All right, let's close with this, Mike. Good news for the people of Indiana. They've captured her, the serial pooper.
We colored the pooper. We have found her droppings in our yards. She carries her own toilet paper, and she just leaves the toilet paper behind.
In 3 or 4 different yards down the street, every other yard. The toilet paper is the calling card, so we know when we see that she's been around.
The toilet paper is the calling card, Mike. Just so you know. And
throw the book at her. You know? Then she'll probably rip the pages out and wipe her butt with it.
That's your digital dumpster.
I'm sorry.
He elevated it, Oscar.
That's
comedy pyramid.
Every other yard. So you might not want to buy a house that ends in an odd digit.
Hey, who knows what game we'll play tomorrow?
I do.
You know what? I might come back with it again.
Yeah,
I
might come back with it again. That's my challenge. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. But I'll make it tougher if we do that. Thanks for playing the game. Thanks for listening. We appreciate that. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. For Rob Spiewak and Oscar Santana, this is Mike O'Mara saying, so long, everybody. We love ya.
TikTok.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
7 chipmunks twirling on a branch, eating lots of sunflowers on my uncle's ranch. You know that old children's tale from the sea?
Hark! I hear the cannons roar. Is it the king approaching?